All right, man. Look, so I decided we just go right into this joint, deep dive into this thing because the one thing we have not done in a while is a midweek wrestling war. And to be honest with you, it wasn't much of a war this week because obviously Tony Khan had a major announcement that he laid on everybody, and that was basically much it when it comes to AEW. Obviously, Darby Allin took on Andrade in a Coffin Match. I'll tell you all why that I don't like their version of the Coffin Match. And NXT granted new tag team champions, and I don't get this team. More name changes have happened. It's just a lot to take in. So why don't we just go ahead and go right to it? So I'm gonna start off with NXT real quick, which is not going to be a full review. It's going to be just shit thrown together because NXT 2.0. I'm glad they added 2K22, but it's bad. And before it's like I'm giving a chance because there are some standouts that's on the show. Obviously, you still got some people on it that you know, but right now it's not doing anything, and it kicks off with this whole Braun Breaker and Joe Gacy thing. And I said this before on the podcast that I was an actual fan of the woke Joe Gacy character. Now he's turning into just a cheesy ass villain with like Undertaker type powers. Why? I think you could have really benefited from the gimmick that he was going with, especially after the second week, and they all just abandoned it, and now he has this fucking horror gimmick. Have you seen any of this stuff, Brian?
I have not, but I do know that he's with Parker Bordeaux, and that he looks like a horror guy, so I can understand.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense? No.
No, but I'm saying for where Joe Gacy started and where he excuse me, and where he's at now, it makes no sense. So Pretty Deadly is the new NXT champions. They have a tag team match tonight. Apparently they came from NXT UK. I don't watch this.
They were just recently the NXT UK champions until Mustache Mountain beat them.
Are they any good?
I don't know. I've only known that I don't know. I only found out they was champions when Mustache Mountain beat them. So
makes sense. Tiffany Stratton take on Saray. She beat her with the twist out Vader bomb. Poor Saray. She's supposed to come back and get revitalized.
I think Saray is the only one for Vince to get his hands on before they even get to the main roster, and it's like upsetting.
Yeah, because everything is being changed. Like you just see the more and more Vince in it every day. Because of the more and more stars that's coming down there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm talking about the WWE stars because I'm not sure having to bring down Dolph Ziggler or Natalya or AJ Styles to come in there and try to boost a rating. No, you just made your own people. So, Grayson Waller's interview. He has a match against Sanga, which I thought was his bodyguard. Well, not anymore. He
nothing. They broke up. I don't know why, but they did break up.
Yeah. Well, Grayson Waller is the winner after the rolling stunner. So,
I'm surprised this man can still even move his arm.
We completely real. The Legado Fantasma defeat Gibson and Drake. Gives to hell because who's Gibson and Drake? Y'all say that's right. It's the Grizzled Young Vets because they don't use that name anymore. Why not?
Oh, is that what I saw them saying? This is the last time you'll see Gibson and Drake. I thought it meant they were going to the main roster. Are they staying in NXT? Just the name change?
Yeah. I was like, okay, dude, that fucking was stupid. Legado Fantasma wins with a high-low. Then we have Santos Escobar taking on Carmelo Hayes. And, these guys know what they're doing. So, they actually find themselves having a good match. And they both should probably be on the main roster, to be honest with you. But, what was I saying?
You said they both should be on the main roster?
They should, but yeah. Carmelo Hayes wins with the top of Fame Master. And the Talia beat this no name, was it Tatum Plexi? I don't know who that much is, but the Talia wins with people.
Oh, I know her, but she's a jobber for now. But yeah, I do know her.
They said, "Hey Wesley, you're still going to wrestle, even though your partner's been released." And
yeah, I mean, what you want them to do? Release him?
No, I'm just saying, but I don't know because they never. I was just scared for him because they never used tag team rights, but it doesn't matter because he was just in here to catch the pin against an already fallen off. What's his Zai Quinn?
Oh, Zylo, yeah.
He fell ever since he started singing that sexy boy thing. It's been downhill for him.
I don't think you can recover from that, honestly. If that's not your gimmick to begin with.
Yeah. But
they had this man singing, yeah. Yes.
But he did have a crazy ass forearm on Wesley, like it knocked his ass out. And the tie talks some crap to Cora Jade, doesn't matter. Roxanne Perez versus JC
Roxy, yeah.
Yeah, Roxy Perez versus JCJ, whatever. Roxy Perez win. Then Pretty Deadly going against Duke Hudson and Dexter Loomis, who just became a team that day, and they get
because it was like a 5-man match, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 5-team match. Sorry.
Wow, well, Pretty Deadly wins the matchup, and then we got some more Gacy and Braun Breaker scary stuff, and I'm just like, this is not the Joe Gacy character because he even had druids come and surround Braun Breaker. Why does Joe Gacy have druids?
Nah, I ain't know all that. I ain't know all that.
Yeah.
Why does he have druids?
That's not what the character was supposed to. I was like, y'all just can't leave him. Y'all had a horror character. Y'all got rid of him. That's all right. That's on y'all. We're going over to AEW Dynamite. It's Wednesday, and you do know what that means.
I still can't believe they gave this man druids. For what?
I like, why? So, what was I going to say? It almost threw me off. Look, we know why we're here. It's the Forbidden Door. Obviously, the Forbidden Door is going to take the longest, but let's just run through the matches real quick because we kick it off with CM Punk taking on Dustin Rhodes. The first time these guys had a match, and it was actually a pretty good match, a very high on the psychology charts there. It's a wrestling man's wrestling match. Both of them doing some heavy selling on the knee, and Punk couldn't get up Dustin for the GTS, but hits him with a roll up, and he obviously respects him, gives him a handshake and a hug after the ring. But then here comes Hangman Page, cowboy shit. People was all chanting. He was really over tonight, and he raises the championship, and so that's probably the match we'll get double or nothing between Adam Page and CM Punk.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. That would be a dope match.
Yep. I said, yep, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Wardlow arrives in the arena, and Smart Mark Sterling appears, and security tells Wardlow from the security will escort you, and MJF says that he will not have no music play as he walks down to the entrance and stuff, and he tells him to eat pig. So, Brian, the Blackpool Combat Club comes out for a trios match against Lee Moriarty, Dante Martin, and Brock Anderson. I heard that Dante Martin's brother is injured again.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he said it happened in wrestling, and the only thing I can think of is, do you used to watch the show Ballers with The Rock?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say that gives me a reference of what's happening now, but. I'm glad I picked Willie Udo on that fantasy because that man joined this club and he has just been killing it there. And
I think that was initially it was supposed to be him and Daniel Garcia, but Jericho personally said I want Daniel Garcia. So I was like, okay. But I think they wanted Willie Udo to Daniel Garcia and they were gonna do Regal and Bryan Danielson and Moxley.
Oh, okay.
So you can see what they do with it.
In which ways?
No, I'm just saying. I just want to see what they do with it, like just in
Yeah.
general, because I like it so far.
So far I like it. And I don't think it needs to be more than 3 people. Honestly, unless you want to add a woman to it.
I think they wanted to do it to like have their own like Young Lions Club. And did Q just join the chat?
Did he?
Yo.
Live on air, Q is joining.
Q just joined because I thought the man was asleep.
Yeah. I ain't even see the notification. What's the word?
No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's actually on me. Because I thought when you was like, I got to see how work is going. And then I was just like, all right, well, usually I hear back from talking about some y'all, I'm home if y'all ready. And I hear that I said he probably went off. So I said, I just called Prime to see what's up. So right now we're doing the Wednesday night, the Midway Wrestling War, and you're just in time for that big Tony Khan announcement.
Oh, what he announced this time?
Well, I'm talking about the one that he announced this past Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, because Tony Schiavone is on the stage, and then he introduces TK. Tony Khan comes out, and he has a huge announcement, and he brings out the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then I already knew what it was going to be. Battle Cole interrupts and says that he should be the one to make this announcement, and that he says the biggest stars who ever wrestled in New Japan on June 26th, AEW and New Japan present Forbidden Door, a cross-promotional event, and if you'll give a little taste on Friday where he goes against Ishii on Rampage. And then he has a special friend that wants to say hello, and Jay White comes out. Switchblade Jay White comes out, and Jay White talks about, it's not about all these. New Japan is all about the Bullet Club and Undisputed Elite because it's still our era. And walks off. Now, I'm not going to blow past this
Speaking
because...
of Bullet Club.
Say what?
Y'all see, I said, speaking of Bullet Club, y'all see who posted about Bullet Club today?
Who posted about Bullet Club today?
Finn Balor.
Oh, he ready to go. I don't blame him.
He ready to go.
Prince Devlin ready to go. So.
Oh man, so we getting the crossover. That means my boy Okada pulling up.
Yes.
Your boy Okada.
So.
What? I love Okada. Don't do that.
Yeah. So, Okada. And obviously, Kota Ibushi is still injured from that Phoenix Splash spot hit. They haven't talked about it yet. And
the other Usos gonna be there.
The other, you talking about the time?
Yo, I need to get GOD versus FTR. I need that.
You need what?
The Gorillas of Destiny versus FTR.
I want them to see the Blackpool.
Man, forget that. No. No.
Yeah.
The Blackpool is not a team yet. For them they're not a team. I need FTR.
My point say otherwise.
Hey,
all right, man.
You sound kind of muffled. Are you on your headpiece or are you on your?
Oh, I'm on my. It's my earbud.
Oh, okay. So first, real quick, I thought the announcement was great. I was just like, I love, big crossover events, and especially when it comes to two big companies. I think this really helps out. Now, once again, Prime watches New Japan or follows it more so than I am able to. But one thing I do know is that since the pandemic hit, New Japan has not been in a good space.
Ooh, really?
No, and what I mean by that is like this show could really give them the shot in the arm they need. Right now, that their crowd still wears masks and they're not allowed to cheer yet. They still have to just do the clapping and stuff. So,
not being able to cheer is nuts.
Yeah, this event right here is right before the G1 Climax, right, Prime? It's in July.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, so that could really, put a shot in the arm.
Also, I think they lifted their stuff at the moment because they did like 2 shows in the USA recently.
Really?
Yeah, they did one in Chicago, and they did one in Philly. Maybe I'm not sure.
Oh shit! I gotta check that out. But I think this is going to be something that can help out both companies more so New Japan, and they had that quotations crossover event with Ring of Honor in Madison Square Garden, but it was Ring of Honor with a depleted kind of I can't say depleted rosters. It's like there wasn't a lot of people that was really known on there, but there are people who just don't want people to be happy because they really ran to social media and was talking about how Tony Khan does not want to grow his audience and he's a mark and the show is going to suck. It's going to fail. I'm just like, it's not for you. This is a wrestling fans show. That's what it is. If you love wrestling, if you're into wrestling, then you're going to love this show. It ain't meant for the casual people because the casual people are not going to watch this stuff. And that's okay. But y'all not going to sit there and say that Tony Khan is not building his fan base because he wants to do a crossover with New Japan. And WWE has been carrying to the same fan base for the past 10 years.
Honestly.
So, like,
WWE could use some cross promotion.
I'm about to say, what the fuck does WWE have done recently to get more casual people to watch? Oh, I guess they wanted more black folks to watch so they could put us at the top or something like that. Is that it? Because they have not changed shit.
Yeah, honestly.
WWE has kept the same. I would say since Raw became 3 hours, they have back in 2012. Or was it 2012 or 2014? I can't remember. But I'm gonna say 2012. Back when Raw became 3 hours, that's when everything just started coasting. A lot from like even the stage from between Raw and SmackDown, everything just coasted. Especially from like 2012 to 2015, SmackDown was a recap show.
Yeah,
a recap show. So now I'm like, this sets up so much things that like I said, I don't know the New Japan roster like Prime does, but however, I'm thinking like, Okada and Punk or Okada and Bryan. It has to be one of those two.
I would say
it has to be one of those two.
I would say give me Okada and Punk because Bryan is still gonna be wrestling for many years, and Bryan can go to New Japan. I feel like Bryan will go to New Japan.
But I think what's going to happen is Omega's going to recover miraculously.
No, he's not. He's not.
He's going to get him and Okada fired.
No, I don't think he's like remotely ready to come back because
some people put out the idea of CM Punk versus Kenta. Battle of the GTSs.
That would be a nice match, but
yeah. But I need Okada versus Punk because I believe that Punk is probably going to have the championship by that time. It's in June. This is right after Double or Nothing. So I think he's probably going to be at a page and have the championship. So
then he will have to fight Okada because Okada is the champ.
That's what I'm saying. But I think they probably want to put their 2 top champions, kind of like Survivor Series, want to put their 2 top champs in a match one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think it's more likely to get Punk and Okada than Bryan and Okada or Danielson and Okada. But I still love to see that. So
never mind.
Is your boy Naito still there? Like I said, he don't have a championship no more, do
he? Nah, Naito's still there, but he don't got no belt.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know if they use.
I would do Bryan Danielson and Naito, or
that'd be a good one.
Ooh, I don't know about Tanahashi. I don't know who he gonna face. So I would do like Tanahashi and somebody. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I really don't know about Tanahashi.
Somebody saying Keith Lee.
And Tanahashi?
No,
I'm saying somebody. No, I'm just saying somebody's going to see Keith Lee.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
You're tripping.
I'm tripping, bro. Keith Lee is talented, but they don't use him on the show. And I'm like, if they don't use him on the show regularly, why they just gonna randomly use him on this pay-per-view? That's all I'm saying.
Well, it ain't like the pay-per-view is tomorrow. They got time.
Well, they really don't, because it's like they got 9 weeks to that pay-per-view, and they already building to like 4 things now. They're building to Double or Nothing. Then they gotta try to sprinkle some matches in there just to get us excited for it, or Rampage. Then they're still doing the Owen Hart tournament. See what?
When's this crossover event?
June 26th.
Oh, that's in June. I thought you said Double or Nothing was in June.
No, that's in May.
Oh snap! Never mind then.
Double or Nothing's in May.
Yeah, talk about I'm tripping. Come on, man. I like Keith Lee.
But I don't know.
And then the Owen Hart tournament is going on right now for the men and women. So we keep doing these qualifying matches. So, but so like I said, it's not as much time to build. I mean, obviously, Double or Nothing is going to be a big show for them, and they got to build up the big match like Warlow and MJF and all stuff like that. But that big super show to that Forbidden Door, you gotta get all the stars you can out there to do that, and they haven't done a good enough job, at least with Keith Lee yet.
What about MJF and Tanahashi?
That will be something to see. That will be something, because I think MJF wrestling period with the New Japan guy, that'd be something to see. Man, that'd be something to see. You better put that in my mind. That'd be something to see.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Is what's the big flat? What was that big guy's name? That's part of. I think was he part of Bullet Club? I can't remember.
Who?
What was it Bad Luck Fale or Good Luck Fale or something like that?
Oh, Bad Luck Fale. Yeah. What about him?
Yeah, he's still there, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He's I mean, he's not good, but
it overall should be interesting. I thought that was great news and stuff like that. You don't get this kind of stuff in the wrestling business. There's always WWE at the top, and they don't work with nobody. Like they just got the Mickey James as the Impact champion on there, but it wasn't like they were gonna cross over Impact because that not be what they need to do in the first place. But that's what the big stuff is. So AEW crossing over with New Japan, especially when we got a little tease of it with different matches recently. Oh, I think it's gonna be dope. Move on. When the hell Jay Cargill? Well, first of all, I know she had the baddie section, but my biggest question is, when the hell Red Velvet joined this? That she beat that one girl that everybody was behind in the Owen Hart Cup qualifying match, and then after that, she just became a baddie. I'm just like, you feuded with this one for months.
I mean, I think the baddie section, you get invited to be in the baddie section. So I guess she was like,
yeah, she must have posted up.
Yeah, it's like I know if you don't follow Twitter, sometimes it'd be hard, bro. She asked Kiera Hogan and Red Velvet, do y'all want to pull up and be in the baddie section? And it was like, yeah, why not? So I think this is like their third week in it.
God. First of all, Kiera Hogan, I know she started a job because I was like, she was kind of wrestling for them. Then she disappeared. Then she came back on, I think, Dark and disappeared again. I was like, what's
no, she's still not signed, but the baddie section is for Jade.
Gotcha.
So it's literally like when she says she invites people, she legit invites fans to be in her section, like for real.
Oh wow, I think that can actually get over.
Yeah, that's why it might.
Yeah, it might. The Butcher's making his entrance, kind of slimmed down, going up against Wardlow. He comes out like kind of Kane from 2003, but no music, no black towel, nothing like that. And he goes against the Butcher. I'm just like, don't make this match long. Powerbomb Symphony for 4 powerbombs and then covers him and beats him. Then after that, MJF is yelling at the guy to put security on him, and then that's what happens. They take Wardlow out the building. So when this match gets to Double or Nothing, it's going to be phenomenal. Eddie Kingston was talking about him and Danny Garcia, or not Danny Garcia, Daniel Garcia of the rivalry they got going on. Kyle O'Reilly taking on Jungle Boy in an Owen Hart men's tournament qualifier. Good matchup. Did I think, somebody was like, how did you not know it was going to be Kyle O'Reilly that wins this match because he's from Canada? And I was like, you know what, I didn't put that together. Because I thought they were going to really go the Jungle Boy route. But it was good matchup. And you see with Colorado, it was more of the submission.
I would say, seeing as that the finals is probably going to be at the pay-per-view or whenever, Jungle Boy's probably going to be defending his belt, and they don't want him to do double duty.
Fair. Or he could do that before that. He could be going against Christian, because afterwards, Christian came out and kind of looked like a disappointed dad, and he's walking to the back. I thought he was going to slap him, but he did. So
I've been waiting for months for Christian to just annihilate this dude, and he hasn't.
Annihilate this dude, man.
Bro, Christian is the most slimiest wrestler. Of course, Christian is going to attack him first.
Mm-hmm. I want it to happen. I think so it can, what was it? We got, they dusted off, Jake Roberts and Lance Archer to go get a sympathy win before, before he loses to Wardlow. That's basically what it is. Hook taking on Anthony.
Jake Roberts, I think this is his first. Is this his first match back since he's been sick?
Who?
It could be. Jake Roberts.
It could be.
Because he was gone for like a couple months.
Next week, we have Hook taking on Anthony Henry. Hook hits the crossface, then locks on the what's he call his fish, or where the red run, the red rum,
the red rum,
the red rum, the red rum, the red rum.
You know why?
Why?
Do you remember Red Rum in TNA?
No,
do you remember Relic in TNA?
No, I don't remember Red Rum in TNA.
No, Relic in TNA is killer spelled backwards.
Oh, wow.
So Red Rum is murder.
I get it now. Well, Danhausen gets in the ring and gets some mic. He said he's had enough of this. If Hook won't be cursed by Danhausen, he will fight Danhausen. Hook looking to the camera like, this man don't even know what he got himself into. And then just walks off. Tony Schiavone's with Scorpio's, well, he's with Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky says, look, we go back to the Christopher Daniels, we go back to that, I forgot what their group was, SoCal, I think that's what it's called. And he says, look, I want to get my hands on Sammy Guevara, and when I win back the TNT Championship, you'll be the first in line to get it. So Kazarian said he got his back. And then Sammy Guevara and Taikachi come out to the ring to booze, and he's like, well, I don't care if you cheer for me or if you cheer for me, that's what's up. If not, y'all just because my girl looks better than your girl. Scorpio Sky comes out there and challenges him. First of all, they did the impossible. They turned Dan Lambert and America's Top Team like faces, at least for this segment, because the crowd was really behind the shit that they were saying. And Lambert called Sammy a high school douchebag, and he said, give Sky his rematch, or these two will give you the pounding your girlfriend dreams about. It's like shit. So it looked like this segment ran a little bit long because they were trying to like rush Sammy off with his music, and then Sammy just says, "You know what? Hey, next week's gonna be a ladder match. Let's just throw a ladder match in there." Is it just me, or does that seem like overkill?
I would say the reason that Sammy put on Twitter, he was like, the last time I was in a ladder match, I won, so it would make sense for me to put this in my specialty match.
Okay, because I was just like, he just had one with Cody. It's kind of like the Texas Death Match was like, you just had one with Lance Archer, they're gonna have another one with you had one with Lance Archer, you have another one with Adam Cole. So I was like, you just had one with Cody, and they're gonna have another one with Scorpio Sky. Yeah. Kind of. I
mean, let's just say if you win a match and it's a special match, wouldn't that be a specialty? Like, the Hardy Boys kept winning ladder matches, so they just put all their matches in the ladder match to win when they wanted to win.
I mean, I guess. House of Black video package, and then Danielle Camella, aka Vanessa Bourne. I knew exactly. I was like, she ain't changed shit. She just walked from NXT right to AEW, looks exactly the same. Goes and takes her Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and she has 2 Pittsburgh Steelers with her. I'm guessing these are rookies. I don't know who the fuck they were.
You don't know Najee Harris?
No, I'm not familiar with him.
Najee Harris. Oh, yeah, Najee Harris is he's good.
So he's good because he damn sure wasn't good in that mic when he tried to take it and try to hype the crowd up. And they shut that shit off. That man tried to go in business for himself, and he's like, "No, dude, what you doing?" Britt Baker cut a promo, which was not her best work, and she was, tired as hell.
I mean, she was tired, yeah. So like,
sucking all that air up. I was just like, okay, she didn't do all this, and basically said that she's going to, she's in the Owen Hart tournament. She can win, because she's Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Serena Deeb and she are going to go up against the Philadelphia Street Fight next week when they come here to Philly. So there you have it. Now we're getting ready for the Coffin Match between Andrade El Idolo taking on Darby Allin. Look, call me a mark, call me what y'all want. I'm just like, but I just like the WWE casket matches better. It can still be no disqualification, but just beat the shit, put the opponent in the casket. They had this old school hard ass casket that, and then sitting with like Lucha Underground. They had the same casket, but like that casket was like a fucking weapon. I was just like, by the time it's time to put somebody in, they don't all bangled up and beat up and shit like that. But whatever. The Andrade family offers come out to try to help Andrade, and they beat Darby Allin into the crowd. And then we get the WCW shit all over again. There's a guy with a Sting mask on the crowd, and Mark Quinn pulls it off. Oh, and it's the real Sting, because Sting loves doing that. Sting loves doing that. So he's beating down Mark Quinn, and then they on a railing. And he beats down Mark Quinn. He falls, on everybody. Can somebody please tell Sting to stop? Anybody still there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. I thought y'all had some response about 62-year-old Sting, flying off the balcony. Again.
I mean, honestly, I don't have nothing negative to say about Sting at this point in time, until he does something wrong. At the moment, he hasn't done anything wrong, so I guess I can't complain.
No, but I mean, I like Sting. He's enjoying it. I'm just like with Sting. You don't have to go up there all the time. There's like a hardcore or some type of, no rules match and jump off the off the balcony, because it's gonna be that one Miz person out there that ain't gonna catch. To be honest. But back at the coffin matchup. Inside the coffin on the top part is like all thumbtacks. I was like, really? John has a super.
Time out. They put thumbtacks on the coffin.
on the inside.
Oh, they wow.
Yeah, that's some Darby Allin Jones. Andrade tosses catches Darby as he's trying to go for a coffin drop to the outside, but he catches him. He plants him on the apron, and then Andrade tries to kick the casket door off, and I was like, "Why are you trying to do that?" I guess because of the thumbtacks, but I'm just like, "But that defeats the purpose of the coffin match." So once again,
now Darby did this spot. He did like the running. He did a tope suicida.
yeah.
But he ran so fast where it knocked Andrade in the casket. I like that.
Yes, that was cool. And then he kept shutting it on him when the thumbtacks was going into his back. And so,
I think the dude was late though.
which dude?
Because like Darby was like stalling to shut it, and then like he didn't close it, but he like slammed it on him, and then the guy Jose came running out.
Oh wow.
He was late because he got like body slammed on the casket or something on attacks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Andrade's assistant came out, and he got a
Yeah.
He got suplex. So I was like, yeah, that's fucking sucked. So, and that was Dynamite this week. So it was a way better show than NXT 2.0 because that shit is just dead in the water. And the Forbidden Door, I'm very excited to see it. That's something that I will order on pay-per-view. I will make sure I go check it out. So
now I hope they change the stage.
Pull up for that one.
What'd you say?
I hope they change the stage.
Oh, I hope so too. I mean, you have to. You gotta have one. Gotta have AEW come from one side and New Japan come from the other side. It gotta be complete verses.
You know what I would do, honestly? It's called a Forbidden Door, and the logo looks like a door, like the double door.
So
I would just have the doorway be an entrance. You just come out the door. Kind of like how the Royal Rumble 06.
Yes, and they had like those little jackal things that open up the doors and stuff like that.
Well, I wouldn't have nobody open it for them, but yeah, I would do something similar like that.
You should do that. Like I said, you should have two different ways one for AEW, one for New Japan. Like it's like the Wrestling Man Survivor Series done the right way. Hopefully.